Let's see who is up on this Saturday night. I'm just reading some things about, as I always do, the local news and what's going on, right? And I thought this was interesting to share with you all. Updated news, so let's get it in. Let's get it in. You all come in, hit like and hit share. I'm seeing this live stream. Let me show you all this, right? About what the metaverse looks like. Let me pull that up so people can get a better idea of seeing the metaverse in live, in person. I think this is pretty cool to share. So let me share my screen with you. But here we go again, people. Hello, Marika. Hello to you. Let me show you all this.
How do I change my thing to first person?
Yeah, click
Let's
V,
see.
click V, and then click on the
Let's
chip.
do it that way.
Oh, there we go.
See, can I get some volume in? I have some
There we go.
updated
Okay.
news
Hit
about
V.
the economy. Don't
There
think
we
we're
go.
out the
I
blue
put 50
yet.
bucks. 50 bucks on the table. Let's spin this.
This is the metaverse. This is it.
Now,
Where a lot of people are going to enjoy being in the virtual world more than its earth realm.
There we go.
As you see here, they have people that's gambling. It's
There we
just
go.
like a child's game where children are,
Oh, look at that.
children are addicted to these games.
I have no
Thank
idea
you,
where
Gwen.
I have
Who
no idea
me?
where
I promise you, I thought about
put
you.
it on.
George.
I thought about you, who me. I want this who me up because I just love saying
George is
who
in
me and bringing it in. Say yeah, you. Who me? What it do? What are you doing?
All right, I'm gonna get out of here.
How's everything going in your neck of the
You know,
woods?
this is not what I
Thank you
expected.
so much, Gwen.
I
Thank
kind
you,
of
thank
figured
you,
it would
thank
be
you.
a little more
Let me
excitement
see,
in this
Gwen. I have
casino.
to make sure. Let's
Not
see.
like the real thing.
Gwen, are you still a moderator? I see the
And there's no one hanging
Patreon
out by the
support.
pool area.
Let me look. But I don't see if
All right,
you are
let's
a
go
moderator.
Let's go somewhere else. OpenSea Gallery.
Okay, I'll check into that later on. I don't see your
There's
name
someone's
coming up on the
land.
other screen where I can even check. But I don't see that wrench by your name like I normally do. I thought about that today. And so I hope everybody's having a great day. This is pretty much a late
Hey,
live
this
stream
looks
for
pretty
me.
nice.
I have some news that I probably will share with you all. I think it's great news. But I'm going to give it like 2 weeks before I break that news
Can you just
to you all.
interact? Oh, you see,
Okay,
this is
you
pretty
are
cool.
great.
So if you
Hello,
have
Jeremy
art
Scott, sweet
that you want
angel.
to sell, you could display it in here, and if you click into it, it just links
Listen,
directly to OpenSea.
Lyman says we cannot be trapped into that
85
thing. It's
ETH.
too dangerous for
No
our
thanks.
mind.
No thanks.
Let me
But
tell you what
that's a
else
cool
is
concept.
dangerous
You
for
see,
people's
this
minds,
is
right?
this is something that's pretty
Drugs,
interesting. Except it
sugar,
doesn't load all the time.
bad eating,
Come on now.
and guess what? Okay, Gwen. Media. You wouldn't believe how the media convince people to do things. Now, I'm not saying to get in the metaverse.
All right, let's
Okay, Gwen, because
get
I
out
do
of
see
here.
the wrench.
What's up here?
By your name, I looked into the other
I wonder
window.
how you get your name and collection up here. You have to
So I
buy
don't
it?
know if
Like
it's.
this one right
I
here
do
is
see the wrench
empty.
by your
I wonder if
name.
I could put my I am George NFTs in
But
here.
you know,
That's gonna be.
and like I was on Money Motivated live stream, right? Money Motivated, young man, very spiritual in life.
Let's get out of here. Oh, look at that!
Very
See,
spiritual in life.
you could have
And like
commercials
I
already.
commented on his live
So I'm
stream
pretty
and
sure
stated
Coca-Cola paid for
that
this
you
to
don't
be
have to be in the metaverse to get rich off the metaverse.
interesting.
Most people don't know we're already in the matrix. This earth realm is just
Diego,
a
I saw
verse,
his name on
an
top. to his
entity
side.
that
Yeah,
most people don't understand
I wonder
how
how
to
you get your
master and
name
maneuver
and collection in here.
and control,
Hmm.
right? And so you
Interesting.
are already in the
Interesting.
realm.
What's this huge ass building over here?
And again, I'm not trying to advocate for you to be in the metaverse. But my thing is, if you're already in,
Here's a club.
okay, Lyman said he was there. Thank you for coming over. But if you're already in this earth realm, you're already in another dimension. And Lyman, just because you're new to my channel, I want to share with you. I don't know what time it is your time, but I want to share with you an interview by Sophia Stewart, The Matrix. It just shows you that this earth, many people don't look at the earth realm as a universe and it tells you universe. It's just metaverse.
Private
and it's digitally. It's just like kids that's hooked on Fortnite.
All right.
That's hooked on gaming. Listen, if you on your cell phone, you are in a metaverse. Right? If you are on your cell phone, people literally live inside their cell phones. And again, I'm not advocating for people to want to get in the metaverse. I'm not. But what I'm telling people is millions of people will be in here.
Oh, jeez.
And if you can position yourself on the cryptocurrencies that's going to power this, whether you choose to be in it or not, then in this universe, in this earth realm, too, you can become very rich and wealthy.
Really laggy.
Because guess what? Whether you want it to be here or not,
Daily
it is
ice
here. You
challenge
see it.
and tournament. I have no chips.
You see, it is here. And this is like I tell people that arguing with us about taxes is illegal.
So I guess I got
if you don't have
poker means.
A tax plan, right? Let's look at $10,000 for example. Hello.
I don't know the difference between
Satika,
this casino and the
Garvin,
other
hello
casino.
to you. Thank you for tuning in. Let's look at $10,000 for example. Right? $10,000. People don't even look at that 30% of $10,000 that comes out in taxes.
From Atari. I know Atari is
$3,000. They don't even understand
not sponsor or partner.
That taxes is the biggest stealer of wealth. And then anytime you work for taxes as an employee or a specialist or 1099 or small business,
but there's no games.
Specialists or doctors and lawyers. When you work for this, and then you go to spend it, you're taxed again. And most people say, cryptocurrency is evil. They're not even looking at the dollar bills.
I mean, it's good.
Right?
That's a good
idea. That has the all seeing eye. Listen, these is when cash and currency were gold certificate. It was not even called cash. It was called gold certificates and silver dollars. And it was in gold coin payment, payable to the
go directly to Uniswap
bearer on demand.
Discord. That's pretty cool.
So they had a special symbolized stamp. This was the gold.
No.
Special symbolized stamp. And this was the silver. And silver even had a special symbolized stamp as well. And it was a silver dollar, right? So.
Well, this place is.
I tell people, most people are right hand dominant.
What is this?
You're right hand dominant. So let's look at the chapter, the book of Revelation, when it says the mark of the beast will be a chip in the right hand. Now,
let's try it again.
When you use credit cards and debit cards, again, most of the population is right hand dominant. Don't those credit cards and debit cards have chips in them? Right. Don't most of those credit cards and debit cards have chips on them in the right hand? Isn't that technically a chip in the right hand? Don't every cash
that's a cool
dollar bill
right this guy right here
have a pyramid with the all-seeing eye?
Look at all this stuff he has.
You're already in the doggone government's verse. You're already under government's control. You already have the government's currency.
I wonder.
See, in 1971, when President Nixon removed the dollar out the gold standard, this
I don't know if you guys
became currency.
You guys watched the show
And people are,
Black
oh, I'm
Mirror.
not using Sage's
In there they
currency.
talk
You're
about how
already
you
using
can
Sage's
block
currency.
people in the future, and
You're not using gold and silver. And guess what? Even gold and
and
silver
then basically if you
is
block them, you can't
manipulated.
hear them, you can't see
The
them. I
pricing
wonder if that's
is
the
by
same thing in
man,
here.
by government. People,
All right,
you
anyways,
cannot be
let's go
so
somewhere else.
religious that you're afraid to get rich.
I wonder if
Because as I said earlier,
BitBoy has a
Lyman,
BitBoy land or
when
something. I know a lot of
central
people got
banks
in
digital currency
Decentraland pretty
comes,
early.
when the CBDC comes, they're going to have restrictions
Dragon City seems
on
huge.
people even being able
Absolutely
to
huge.
purchase
Let's
cryptocurrency.
go there.
You're already
Yes,
in
MT.
a
That
verse. It's
one
just
with
called
John
the
Hamm,
universe.
that really struck me.
So even with
Like,
the people that
that was a really
participate in the
sad episode.
metaverse
If you're able to block
and
people in
you
real
know
life, and you get blocked from
that want to
everyone
be in there,
in society,
it is what it is.
That would be really bad. Anyways, this place looks really
I won't
cool.
look at them as satanic or
It's like,
whatever.
it's like
Will they be
Chinatown or
highly addicted
something.
like children are to the PS5 and adults
Yeah, this place looks
to
cool.
the Xbox?
Really cool.
Sure.
Metaverse Labs.
They
Build a
sure
second
will.
home.
Probably even more higher. But I bet you a lot of you all are looking at my that background of the metaverse more than listening and looking at me right now. Because you can see that it can be and it will become addictive. So if you know, this is Decentraland. It's another crypto
Canton
that I talk
Theater, Meta
about and
Art,
discuss.
Dragon Club. So
If you
this
see
is
that
the club.
millions or even billions are going to flock
Theater.
to it,
Here's the theater.
then while you have a chance to
No one.
purchase the cryptocurrency that's going to
See,
fuel
this is my idea, and I know
why not
I know a
monetize
movie
off
theater
of it?
like AMC or Regal or maybe Marvel themselves
Because
would
it's
do it.
Satan's currency.
Imagine if they come out with a Marvel theater, and then you get to watch whatever movie like a weekend beforehand.
I don't get it.
Right?
And you
Before
know
it
what
gets
else,
released.
Lyman? I think that's your name.
That's gonna make
Most
millions,
people that
hundreds of
says
millions of
gold and
dollars if
silver
they
is
do.
God money.
I mean,
religious
everyone would just
people,
jump in just to
they
watch.
don't even own it.
A Marvel
I'm like,
movie
how in the hell are
before
you
it
saying
comes
you're a
out.
Christian and gold and silver is God's money and you
Block
don't
this
have
off.
it?
Dragon Live.
They have no
Whatever that
physical
is.
gold and silver at all.
Blocked it off for now.
So Lyman says, I get what you're saying. I trade Forex on my phone. I'm trying to get into crypto, but I'm still doing my own research because I don't know. Okay, that's great. You don't know the fundamental
Let's
moves.
go to Meta Art.
That's why I'm called the queen.
Let's see.
Because I teach people millionaire moves. But I just thought this was cool to see. If you're going to invest in anything,
wherever I'm
as
going, there's
Lyman
like 20
said,
dudes
or I may be
following me.
mispronouncing your name. I'm not trying to butcher your name. At least know how it looks and how it operates. Right? At least know what it is when I say metaverse. Again, Snoop Dogg.
Let's go into this.
Let me show you all that. Let me show you that. I know a lot of you all just want to see that background, don't you? Let me show you this. Then I'm gonna get on the real reason why I lied. Snoop Dogg signed a contract with Warner Music, who's in Sandbox.
I wonder
Warner
who designed this.
Sound.
Like I guess I don't know enough about each individual land, whether or not Decentraland themselves programmed this, or
and guess what, people, you can choose to stay in this universe. You don't have to be in the metaverse to get rich out of it, but I'm just telling you, millions. I guess that's the end of that. So let me stop sharing that. That was cool for you all to see, so people can really kind of understand what it is, what it looks like. There will be gloves that people can wear. And when they're interacting with people in these metaverses, they're actually going to see, touch, and feel them. It's still going up, Jeremy. That's awesome. Let's look at that. The Sandbox Sand Metaverse token gains over 40% after Snoop Dogg, Warner Music partnership. I'm going to show you all. Nas and Royal also have a new NFT drop. So Sandbox refused to go down with this. And yeah, something big is coming soon. You see Snoop, He tweeted this on January 26th, which was 3 days ago. So let's look at that on his Twitter page. Snoop has some very cool NFTs on January 26th, which is 3 days ago.
So
let's look at that.
It would have been better if I just kind of played it by myself.
Okay, I had that going on in the backdrop. I think people are afraid of change, and that's understandable with people. Change is coming. Thank you so much, Marika. Thank you so much, Queen. We got Double P in the house. What's up, Patrice? Did you all see Donald's testimony? 11.1 acres of land. Wow. So those who have been rocking with me for a while on my channel, they know what I'm talking about. Donald, one time, he was just 11 and up. He gave $111 like 10 times on one live stream. He received an unexpected blessing of land gifted to him, and it was exactly 11.1 acres. So those who are new to my channel, those are my numbers. I really dissect and break down 1111 and sometimes other numbers. So let's look at Snoop tweeted this. Snoop Dogg avatars. This doesn't happen every day, presenting the Snoop avatars. Drop your wallet. So let's look at it. Now tell me some people, most of people not going to be in there in the sandbox. Thank you, Patrice Prayer. Thank you so much, coming in with the 1111 super chat. As I always proclaim, I pray that finds you immediately with peace, with good, that's all concern, and that comes to you 1,000 times more. And I put some word on it. I put scripture on it, Deuteronomy 1 and 11. May the Lord, our God, the God of our ancestors, increase you 1,000 times more and bless you. Other big breaking news. This just released 6 hours ago. And thank you. I always appreciate you all for supporting the channel, the knowledge, the time that I take to research these articles and the information. It feels good when I pour into people to get people to pour back into me. So thank you. I don't take anything lightly. Nas and Royal with new NFT drops featuring songs off album Rare. You know, Nas is in that drop about cryptocurrency, that song. And for the Nas NFT drops, 50% of royalties, NFT sales, 500 golden tokens, 250 platinum token holders, 10 diamond token holders. People, they're owning 21% from royalties. So this is what the big game changer is about. See, Nas is able to keep 50% of his royalties for every NFT sales, and those who buy one of the 500 tokens will receive 7% from royalties. People, this means after every resale, that's residual money at its all-time high. So if you're a gold token holder, you 7% royalty after every resale, and then 250. It's going to be open up for 250 platinum token holders and 10 diamond people, 21%. This is how you get residual and passive income, where your money is working for you and you're not always working for the money. And this is just on the resale. And I tell people the highest form of money is from the energy, vibration, and frequency of networking and working through other people. Right. But this is why I came live. I'm gonna get into crypto more and more. But this was the main point of my live stream. I don't know if you all know, but Bill Gates predicted. He was on TED Talks with this. He predicted C-19 in 2015. He stated that that this economy. That's when Ebola came on the scene, pretty much, and he says, we, meaning the United States, will not be prepared if another health epidemic hit the states. He said, we're more prepared for war than another health epidemic, and by God, here we are. Bill Gates is all over this. Many people don't question his agenda. Lyman, any books can you recommend for health or wealth? Dr. Sabi books are always good. Listening to Dick Gregory or health, anything on YouTube is always great. And for wealth, that's kind of broad. I don't know if you're talking about wealth in spirit or wealth in your bank accounts, and so just elaborate more what you mean exactly wealth is, because I believe health is wealth, mental health is wealth, emotional health is wealth, and exactly having not living paycheck to paycheck, being able to have time freedom and the ability to travel the world through having money and currency in the positive without always having to labor for money. That's monetary forms of wealth as well. So, according to this article by Deseret News, it states we just saw and experienced a massive surge of C-19 cases due to, I'll say, Omarion, as people in the Black and brown community was calling Omarion, I think, variant. And even though it's starting to subside, experts are clear that there will be another surge in the future. Now, why do you all think they're so clear on that? How can they be so clear? Right? How can they be so certain? As you all know that you got the winter storms up north today and more harsh condition. I even read that Florida had a winter storm. And so Dr. Peter Hotez, Baylor University, medicine vaccine, said Omarion isn't the end of the road for the Rona variants. Throughout this pandemic, Mother Nature has not been, I guess, operable with them, they're saying, or coy with us. She tells us exactly what to do. We choose to ignore it, said the medical doctor, because we're failing to jab the southern hemisphere in low and middle income countries. That's where it's going to happen again. Really. I just looked at a map, and the highly jabbed areas, cities, had the highest numbers. Now they're saying something different. Right. All of them knew. All of them knew. People don't even, I don't know if people don't ask those questions because it will require them to think, or, people just don't want to know the truth. Like in that movie, a few good men, when he says you don't want to know the truth because you cannot handle the truth. And then in February, I just read that 3G will no longer even be available or showing on your phones, right? Because 5G will be fully implemented. If you know anything about 5G, it was released twice in January that caused airline. It was so strong. It was so strong, as Trump would say, invisible enemy, that airline flights had to be canceled out. That's just how strong this 5G radiation. I'm doing the more implementation of that because they fear that it will cause equipment failure and also failure with the communications. So they canceled a lot of airlines flight. And I don't know. I don't know if, people, I don't know. I don't get it. And that's why I tell people media is a more, and I'm not for Trump or against them, but there are some things that I appreciated when he was in office. He brought more attention to media lies or fake news, as he called it. But he would do things that would offset people' ability to decode and understand what he was saying, because he would say some things that would upset people. Like he was called the invisible enemy one day, and then the other day he would call it the China virus, and so that lost the trust of a lot of people. But when you look into 5G and these towers, that looks like an invisible enemy to me, right? And so Lyman says the whole East Coast water got deicing. If y'all in the East Coast, check your water. Okay, that's news I didn't know. But you do have to be careful of water. And then something else that I read today, that the Navy, military Navy, is draining water. Let me see if I can find it and pull it up. It's draining a lot of water. And I really question why. Why would that be going on? And then in Mississippi, not only have they're saying or reporting that you see more cases of the bird flu, right? But now in Mississippi, they're saying the first West Nile virus case has reported. I'm telling you, it's just so much stuff that's they are reporting this being publicized right now, right? Just so many different variants, so many different things. I saw something too a couple of weeks ago that said it was a stealth Omicron, some other new variant. I don't watch much of the media on television and news, but that was the breaking news. I cannot find that article about the Navy military draining water. Let me see, can I Google it? But I wonder, why would they do that? I didn't get that. I don't understand that part. And the Navy has been flushing a lot of water lately. A clear tank water shelf faces her. So I cannot find that. But the Navy has been draining and talking about water lately. So I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, you can't handle the truth. Yeah, they had to get him out of office. But he would say the truth, and then he would come with something that was more what they consider conspiracy like, or he would say something that would rub people the wrong way, and then it just totally erased what he was saying, right? Or what he was saying. So yeah, courage, they can't handle the truth. Amanda says, I love being a nurse, but I must find a way out of healthcare. The pandemic showed me a lot, lots of respects. Lost a lot of respect for physicians and other medical professions. Wow. It's just not the medical professions, it's a lot of professions. Like I'm in public schools and I'm around thousands of kids a day. All of these kids at any given time have to at least go 25 minutes in the school day, right? Without wearing a mask because they have to eat their lunches. And so they're allowed to take out their mask. Their lunch time is 25 minutes. So, okay. This was at least 25-minute intervals, and yet over 90+% of attendance, right, was still, present at the school. And I still have some adults and coworkers that tell me, yeah, this stuff is spreading, the media is saying this. And I'm like, are you seeing what's right in front of you though? Like, how is it possible what you're seeing with the media versus what you're seeing every day with your own eyes? And that's why I was saying most people's spiritual eye, that third eye, the ability to see through lies, has just completely just unbelievable. It's just, they just, no argument to it, but still, because the news says it's true, then it is true. Another thing I saw today that may be a little disturbing if you work in the oil industry, you drill oil, as there are more crypto mining warehouses coming, is that oil and gas companies are betting big on plastic. ExxonMobil, Sinopec, PetroChina, all of these big oil companies are now betting big on transitioning away from fossil fuels, right, towards plastic as their next major growth. That's interesting. And so consumers, they said, are fed up with plastic waste, and governments around the world are seeking to limit new plastic production. So you got, let me just show you all the video on that, and maybe you can understand it a little better what I'm saying. Let me show you a little clip of that, right? So what do you all think? Really, I have to research that. I've never researched that 5G or radiation can't travel through water.
Mi cuerpo a liberar la
That's
insulina
interesting.
que aún produce. Y me
Let's
ayuda
look
a
at this
producir
about the
ya
oil
unos
and
La
gas
mayoría de las
industry.
personas alcanzaron una 1C menor de 7%.
Trulicity no es insulina y puedo perder hasta 10 libras.
Trulicity es para personas con diabetes
Something
tipo
else
2,
must be
no con
open.
diabetes
Let me see
tipo
what's
1.
on
No ha
there.
sido aprobada en niños. No uses Trulicity si
Maybe
eres
another
alérgico a sus
screen,
ingredientes o si
because
tú o tu
I
familia
don't
padece
speak
de
that
carcinoma
language.
medular de tiroides o síndrome de neoplasia endocrina múltiple tipo 2. Suspende su uso y llama a
Let's
tu
see
médico
what's
de inmediato si
showing.
presentas una reacción alérgica, un bulto o inflamación en el cuello, dolor de estómago severo, cambios en la visión o retinopatía diabética.
And
Serios
let's
efectos
see if I
secundarios
can
podrían
show
incluir
you all this without.
pancreatitis. Usar Trulicity con una sulfoniluria o insulina aumenta el riesgo de un
I
nivel
think
bajo
there
de
was
azúcar en
another
la sangre.
video on the
Efectos
bottom of
secundarios
it.
incluyen
Let me
náusea,
see if I
vómito y
can
diarrea,
close
lo que
it
causa
out
deshidratación y podría empeorar
to
problemas
play
renales.
this
El
one.
apoyo nos hace bien. Pregúntale a tu médico si el apoyo de Trulicity es para ti.
But
The Georgia Department of
what
Labor
it
is now
means by
asking.
plastic, people, is, okay, let's try again. Let's try this again.
Propylene, the most common plastics in the world.
ExxonMobil is the largest polymer producer, followed by Chinese oil and gas company Sinopec, and then Dow in third. The Chinese and Saudi governments are big players themselves, since they partially own many of the largest producers. Other oil majors like Total, Chevron, and Shell are also industry leaders. As the last step, small plastic pellets are molded into finished products by packaging companies like the Reynolds Group, Amcor, and Sealed Air.
We take those pellets and we melt those down and force those through what we call dyes into forming different shapes. In our case, we form films.
They are making the finished product for the large brand owners like the Unilevers, the P&Gs, the Mars, the food companies, and the bag producers and suppliers to the large grocery chains like the Walmarts, the Coca-Colas, the Pepsis.
Of course, there are plastic alternatives, such as paper and glass, which aren't made from fossil fuels. But they also have large carbon footprints, and it's undeniable that plastics have some enviable attributes.
The challenge is petrochemicals are fantastically good at what they do in terms of lightweight, flexibility, durability, versatile, and that's why they've sort of become ubiquitous. If I look at the room around me, there's sort of petrochemicals everywhere.
The issue with food is if it's distributed in a fresh format, then plastic becomes a very, very important material to be able to extend the shelf life of that food.
And it's hard to beat plastic when it comes to price.
One of the many reasons why it's cheap is because it's part of the fossil fuel subsidies that state and federal governments provide to the fossil fuel industry.
Worldwide, only 9% of all plastic ever made has been recycled.
So yeah, moving away from oil and gas towards plastic as we see EV vehicles coming in, electronic vehicles more. But this may be 2 or 3 years down the road. Anything you really eat in plastic and process as far as food-wise is really not that healthy. But just about anything and everything you buy in the grocery store, people, if you notice, except your fresh vegetables and fruits are plastic up. From your meats to your potato chips. Either they have some type of aluminum wrapping or plastic. So the best when Lyman asks, right, about health and wealth is always fruits and vegetables, because you only put those in plastics when you get ready to purchase, right? I don't know about all that, right? It just, but Amanda, I did think about this when I saw this. The 2 nurses in Long Island, New York, earned more than $1.5 million. Yeah, New York, Long Island, been charged with C-19 jab cards by entering. Now they're even calling it fake jabs. Okay. CNBC called it a jab. In the database, the scam allegedly raked in $1.5 million. And so they got their ledger. I don't know, why would they write it down like that? I don't get that, right? Why would you keep a ledger like this of your money earnings? I don't know. It's interesting. I wonder whether they deposit all this money. But from November 2021 to 2022 of this year, wow, that was November. That's 3 months. Whoa. They allegedly forged jab cards, charging adults $220 a piece and children $85 for fake records that would land in the New York State Immunization Information System database. 3 months, 1.5 mil. I wonder how they got caught. Because the people that paid, why would you want someone to know that your jab card is not legitimate? So, I don't see the people that paid for these services having any vested interest in telling and reporting this. Right? Yeah. I'm telling you, 3 months. They raked up. I don't know. Wow. Yeah. And so this is it. Listen, people are talking about the metaverse. Let me tell you, Sophia Stewart, I'm going to show you all this short clip. It's like 3 minutes. The writer of The Matrix and the Terminator, she had to go through a lawsuit to recover her funds financially for suing Hollywood for producing the Matrix and the Terminator, and she had no royalties for it, nor did she get credit for being the author. So definitely, if you don't know Sophia Stewart, yeah, that was, I guess, desperate time, but they could have got away with that. They ranked up 3 months, 1.5 mil, right? 3 months. So let me share with her, because this is why I tell people, listen, you can argue about the metaverse, you can dislike it. I get it. Cryptocurrency is not for humans, it's for the machines and robots.
It's for
True.
evolution. You got to read the
but
book.
It is here.
Evolution is telling you that
so
there
while
are new
you
machines
are in position
on the rise, a
to
greater threat than before
getting
in
the
the first
foundation
Matrix.
of it, because what people
Now
don't know,
the machines,
CBDC
instead of
is
Agent
abbreviated
Smith,
for
Agent
central
Smith
banks
has
digital
evolved
currency.
into a greater
They're
threat,
going to
a
have
newer
more
type of
control and
machine.
power when they
I'm talking
issue their
about the
currency
Matrix
by
world, which
telling
is
you
the virtual world, which
what
is
you can
Metaverse.
purchase. Your purchases will be declined or
I've been
approved.
talking about that for the last
anything on
11
terms
years.
of
That's
assets.
right. Metaverse has been in my
And
book for 11
they have
years.
already released the white paper for this.
So the metaverse
It's
is like the
called
Matrix.
This year.
It is the Matrix.
In January, the Fed
It's
released
virtual
the white paper
reality.
for the
I was
central
talking about
bank
the
digital
virtual
currency.
skateboard, the virtual
You already have the
jail
Bahamas
sales,
that have their own CBDC,
which is called the penal
and it's also
sale,
called same.
the virtual
So don't get that
penal
confused
sales
with
and stuff. You know, I've been talking about the
just
new
saying
virtual
metaverse that Snoop
companies
Dogg is pretty
and
much
the
in. What you
Bitcoins,
saw
all of
earlier
this
on the
stuff,
live
and where
stream
the
was
iPad is going to go to in the future when the satellites start ruling.
decentralized
The
metaverse. So
iPad's
you
going to
got
become
different
a little
metaverses,
6x9 thin tablet
different
everybody's going
things,
to have in
right?
their hands.
But
But it
it is
becomes
here,
everything.
and so
It is
this
our
Black Queen,
television. It is our
she knew it back in the
newspaper. It is our
90s.
magazine.
It is nothing
our
you can do
schools,
with
our
it,
jobs.
but decide if
It
that's your
become
choice, you're
one.
not going to
It
participate
become
in
one
it as
with the
far as
satellite.
actively,
It becomes everything.
right?
Do you see what I'm
However,
saying?
Indeed, that's what
All
Elon Musk is doing right now with the
is the
Starlink.
video playing?
The neural
Yeah,
I
but
didn't know the video.
I've been
Hold on.
talking about it. He's been
I'm
listening.
sorry, you all. I don't hear a sound on my end. I didn't know the video was playing. Who is Mastermind? I will block you on my live stream. I didn't know. I can't hear it. That's why. The video didn't have any volume on my end. I don't even know how you all heard it. Blockchain says she was on the show. What show? Okay, can you all hear or not hear? Right? I don't know. Bye, James Way. Matter of fact, I'll just block you out. How about that? People complain about information that they don't even pay for. I mean, just bitching and complaining. I don't hear it on my end. I don't even have to try to share it with you. Listen, okay, I'm not gonna play the video. I'm gonna get out the live stream. Right? I don't hear it on my end. I didn't hear the video playing. I exited out. So if that was confusing for you, then guess what? I'm not even gonna play it. Yeah, it's not playing anymore because I cut it off. Because so many people complaining about it as if they paid me to do this live stream, and I'm not even gonna play it. Right? I won't even do that. It's Saturday night. I'm not even gonna trip. I'm not even gonna play it. When all they had to do was put in the comment that they hear it. I don't even know how it's on. I mean, I'm not even in TikTok anymore. I'm not even TikTok tab is not even up. So it must be something in the metaphysical world that I don't know. Because the video was not giving a sound on my end. Right? Okay, you heard her? Okay. Well, there was a miss. I didn't hear her because my computer was on mute, but maybe when I, put the mute off the video, then it was coming through on you all, and I didn't hear her talking. So that's why. So I won't share it. Too many people complain. So I'm signing out, you all. Be safe, be healthy, be wealthy. And I hope you understand that, ready or not, like it or not, cryptocurrency is here. It was predicted by Sophia Stewart. That's what I was going to show you all so you can listen to it. Too many people complain about that. So, oh well. People complain. They don't even give a super chat or anything to support the channel. Right? They won't support the channel any other way than to try to, come on, complain about little things. From cash to crypto, that's a nice little report there. But you have cryptocurrency, and in the green, they're predicting another wave, but the C19 is coming. Yeah, I've shared that before. I shared the video before. And I'm going to read this article from Cash to Crypto, the Cantillon effect, what's that? Nakamoto effect. That's interesting. Let me read this. Nakamoto effect. Bitcoin introduces the world to the Cantillon effect 2.0, often known as the Nakamoto effect. Those who live closer to the truth can receive value creation benefits in the Bitcoin world. Our modern day monetary system, which is built on generation of money primarily through bank issued debt with interest, transfers wealth from the middle to the top, resulting in an unstable monetary system and society, which the future doesn't matter. Between 1970 and 2010, the International Monetary Fund, also known as the IMF, reported 425 systematic banking, monetary, and debt crises, an average of 10 each year. So people are saying between 1970 and 2010, the International Monetary Fund, also known as the IMF, reported that they were having systematic banking issues and debt crisis. Monopolistic state money is fragile and unequal system, while countries with many currencies have historically experienced greater stability. So let's go on. Cantillon effect. Central banks pump money into the economy and reinflate assets prices, right? During a period of debt deflation, which is subsequently causes a recession. Yeah. The more free money they pump out, given to the economy, the more it causes recession, because you're going to see higher prices in your food, your gas, your grocery, and your services, whether it's paying for daycare, or et cetera, et cetera. Central banks' attempt to stimulate the economy may not fail, but instead result in a spike in the cost of living, of course, as raw material and consumer basic prices rise, comparable to stagflation. Stagflation, people, is when the economy gets stagnant, right? Is when you have a stagnant, is you don't see any deflation, where real estate is going on, cheap real estate, housing is cheaper. You see stagflation, right? I don't trade cryptocurrency. I don't trade it. I hold because it is an asset. And then when you trade, even if it's Forex, you're going to get taxed 30 to 40% or higher. So even if I when I get ready to convert my cryptocurrencies, it's going to be in real estate, so I'm not taxed as high. Once you convert crypto back into cash, you're highly taxed. As a result, banks can purchase items at a reduced price. Therefore, individuals and institutions with the closest ties to central banks and asset owners are given financial advantages and expense without the fewest links to the financial system. So Bitcoin will impose rules on central banks to lend more or less money, increasing or decreasing the total money supply, because banks and the governments are the first to get additional money. They determine who is in second line to profit from the Catalan effect. This is when lobby and influence become well connected to financial elite into play. The Bitcoin system eliminates influence or lobbyists and benefits of knowing the right banker, putting everyone at an equal footage. Every 10 minutes, every miner on the Bitcoin network has an equal chance of winning a reward of a newly produced Bitcoin. Money used to be, as I've been telling you all, defined as gold, a resource that the government can magically produce more and more and needs a great deal of labor. And who labor are they talking about? They're saying a great deal of labor to locate and dig out gold from the ground. However, when they print out more money, your labor is cut in half. Well, cut not the amount of work you do, but the amount of money you take home from the labor. So they saying Bitcoin is an analogous to gold or equal to gold, and that no one can suddenly create more of it, and mining it is extremely difficult. So on the other hand, Bitcoins travel at the speed of the internet, allowing worldwide commerce in ways that gold cannot, right? So people, it says that the current system as much as possible by storing wealth in true money, and they're calling true money gold or Bitcoin. Again, whether you agree with it or not, it's here and it's not going anywhere. Whether you are in agreement with it or not. Yeah, our crypto traders will get a large tax bill. Yeah. I don't know who's getting airdrop Bitcoin at 10K. Must be big corporation. But that's why big corporations like Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, are buying all of this crypto and not much of everyday people. Well, specifically Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin is going to be the bank's currency. And like I said earlier on my live stream, the people in the 1930s, they didn't appreciate when gold and silver specifically gold was no longer money, and the government made it illegal for American citizens to possess. People don't know. It wasn't until the 1970s that people could begin buying gold again and purchasing real silver. So they didn't like that transition. Listen, when Henry Ford started making vehicles, they probably didn't like switching over from horse and buggy. When people were using candles, they didn't like Thomas Edison finding electricity and then having to pay for it to light their houses. Well, most people did like that concept. So this is just a technology shift in the currency system. Yes, it's going to take a lot of jobs of humans. Yes, iRobot and Will Smith showed you this. They always show you what they're going to do in the form of movies. Yes, the Terminator, Sophia Stewart, and the Matrix is showing you this. So just because you don't like it doesn't mean it's not going to be here. But what you're not going to like is that you had an opportunity to invest in it, and then you either flip it and sold it for cash, which is the lowest yielding asset that there is right now, because it's losing its purchasing power. Most people don't even know 40% of money in circulation in the United States was printed between 2019 and 2021. 40%. That's how much cash has lost its purchasing power. Over 80% since its interception, since it began to be printed and not stated as gold or silver certificates. So this is why I tell people, get your cash flow up, and you see that number on the screen. Text 129 to 254-788-1144, because once you have a perpetual cash flow coming in, you don't have to flip and sell your assets, which will be crypto. And you can be rich and not a flipper who's highly taxed, or a trader that's highly taxed. Because once this blockchain technology is activated, you won't even need tax preparers anymore. That's why the Federal Reserve and the IRS already have people that have to upload their selfies on ID.me. And that's why the IRS is already moving for this and preparing to go into digital blockchain. That's why Venmo and Cash App are now taxing transactions. So you can't hide money anymore. You won't need a tax preparer. When all transactions and CBDCs come out or on the blockchain, they're going to know exactly where you spent, how much you spent to the T. So you got to learn this tax game and you got to get out of the matrix. 5 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and share this because I do have some new people on. For the people that didn't see it. And I'll make sure it's on mute since the person that was complaining so much. I blocked that person, right? I just don't have time for negative, energy. All you had to do was put in the comment that, hey, Queen, you're talking over the sound of the video, right? So let's play this, and then I'm logging out. Yeah, it's really transparent. It's really transparent. It's written on the wall, and they're not going to let this C19 go away until that agenda has been met. So hopefully you can hear the sound. I got both on mute. So let me mute my mic and then I will play the video so you all can understand.
Evolution is telling you that there are new machines on the rise, a greater threat than before in the first Matrix.
Sure, question, Queen.
Yeah.
Come on.
You know what I mean?
Can I ask you a question, Queen?
Please ask me anything you want.
The future, I know that your books that you write is based upon the future and how you was talking about transhumanism and stuff like that. But they'll keep coming out with these different so-called variants. Where is the future heading now?
The future is headed just like what I got in Matrix 4, Evolution. You got to read the book. Evolution is telling you that there are new machines on the rise, a greater threat than before in the first Matrix. Now the machines, instead of Agent Smith has evolved into a greater threat, a newer type of machine. I'm talking about the Matrix world, which is the virtual world, which is Metaverse. I've been talking about that for the last
the Metaverse.
11 years. That's right. Metaverse has been in my book for 11 years.
Wow. So the Metaverse is like the Matrix.
It is the Matrix.
Oh, shit.
It's virtual reality. I was talking about the virtual skateboard, the virtual jail cells, which is called the penal cell, the virtual penal cells and stuff. You know, I've been talking about the new virtual companies and the Bitcoins and all of this stuff, and where the iPad is going to go to in the future when the satellites start ruling. The iPads are going to become a little 6x9 thin tablet everybody's going to have in their hands, but it becomes everything. It is our television. It is our newspaper. It is our magazine, our schools, our jobs. It become one. It become one with the satellite. It becomes everything. Do you see what I'm saying?
Indeed, that's what Elon Musk is doing right now with the Starlink, huh?
The neural
Yeah,
link.
but I've been talking about it. He's been listening. Elon Musk has been listening to me for years. Matrix and Sophia Stewart came way before any Elon Musk even got out there with Tesla's mess, with Tesla's patents. Okay,
nice.
Sophia Stewart was already in the Matrix before Elon Musk was ever even heard of. Am I lying or not? Matrix
you
March
existed before
31st,
Elon Musk.
That's right.
Yeah, I agree.
That's right. I'm talking about my work in the movies.
your work, exactly.
The work in the movies, in the books existed before Elon Musk. So I don't know why they're listening to him. Hell, you can read the books and see the movies and see what I'm talking about. They just give it a new name, a new twist. It's been called the Matrix world, the Matrix attraction. I was talking about the visors and everything. I gave them one page. That's all. That's why you don't see it go any further. because they didn't get the rest of the pages.
You influence a lot of writers and
she said that's why I didn't go any further. That's the link. You can find me on TikTok. It's on my TikTok. It's Crypto Queen 1111. And I didn't mean to use the B word. I will, use my profanity, but I'm just saying, for that little snippet, it took me to research and find that video. People just really, they want something handed to them on a plate, and they don't understand the hours that it takes to research this stuff just to give you 3 minutes of information, to crop that out, to listen to the whole interview, and to take out the pieces that you think is important, because Sophia Stewart doesn't do many interviews. So that wasn't an easy piece to find, but I find that to make it more teachable for my followers, so you all can be woke and aware. So complaining about this is the saves money. Listen, have you all ever asked yourself, like, why do you think Satan and God care about this monetary system? They're not even in this realm. All we use is saves money. Like I said, most people in this population are right hand dominant. You don't say that when you use that chip with your right hand, with your debit card, your credit card, or your EBT card. That's a chip in your right hand. But you still swipe that card, don't you? You still use that chip. You still use that cash with the pyramid and the all-seeing eye. That looks more like saving money to me. So you don't have to be in the metaverse if you want to, but it's here. And as Sophia Stewart said, and she also used the number 11. I don't know if you all caught that, but the link to the video is in the comments. She said over 11 years. 11, if you see in my backdrop, and Billy Carson's. I watched Billy Carson, and I saw it in his background, and I just had to get it. But I'm not going to go into decoding 1111 in this video, but it's very powerful. Yeah, it's over 3 hours long. She loves camp. So that's why when I use that B word, I meant it. Like, you gonna come here and complain? And I had to listen to all that just to take that 3-minute clip to awaken people. When all you had to do was say, Queen, you're talking over the video, because again, on my end, I could not hear the sound. But that's cool, Sometimes you need to see that part of me. So with that being said, well, maybe not, but you need to know that part is in me. If need be, you're not going to come on my channel with foolishness and complaining. So again, right, you need to know that is in me. So here it is. People complain about the metaverse and blah, 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 it says. But what's going to happen when they tell you you're going to have to enter it for your job? What you going to do then? When they tell you got to be in the metaverse for your job, for these CBDCs they're going to give you. So sand is up at the 10%, having a little cool down. You have flow 18%. A lot of cryptos and just know, people, when you are investing in crypto and stocks alike, right? It is controlled by algorithms already. And you just have to, people, when there's blood in the streets, you just got to have the cash flow to invest. People, you cannot expect crypto to keep going up to 66,000 and not have a cool back or a reset period. That's when rich and wealthy people get happy, when they see things that they know would be assets. See, if you knew what you was holding, you wouldn't trade it. As you got H-bar and Engine Coin. If you knew what you was holding, you in no way would convert it back into this, which is going to be done away with. So what you would do is get you multiple sources of cash flow coming in. And the reason why I have the number 129 on the screen, because if this ends Monday, but the work from home opportunity program that I have that helps people with their credit, get an instant pay raise from their paycheck, right? That's called the instant pay raise, where you have IRS experts that analyze if you have a paycheck. Some of you all saying, well, I'm 1099, I'm sole proprietor. Well, 98% of people in this population make their money as employees through a paycheck. So what you do is, even if you have retirement income and your retirement income is not enough, right? What you do is you share the opportunity with people that do have paychecks that could use more money out there, whether they're 1099, you know, they can use more money. And everybody can use more money right now because of inflation. It's the highest it's been in 40 years. So instead of giving that in taxes to the government out of the money that you're earning, you get 470 tax deductions added. And on average, virtually everyone at minimal has at least $300 all the way up to $1,400 added money coming back into their household. The regular investment price for that was $228. The CEOs of the business decided to give a discount because we are in a recession, right? At $129. And people, you can't beat that because people are making thousands and millions, and it's a daily pay. You get paid every day, right? So people escaping the matrix mean escaping the highly taxed system that the government has put in place. Now I'm gonna show people because some people don't know about this. This is what an instant pay raise looks like, right? This is what instant mastermind. I'm doing both. How about I'm gonna block you too? See, people always let me, before I block you on my channel, let me say this. I can do whatever I want to on my platform. Like, hell yeah, I'm marketing my business. I should. Because broke people are coming on here and they want me to tell them something for free. And you don't even have the capital and the money to even invest at a high level. So I'm doing both. If you don't like it, then do your own live stream. Queen Melissa says, my moderators, you all must be asleep, but let me block him myself. I want to do that myself. Mastermind is blocked. Yep, there we go. You're not going to come to me with that type of energy, not on mine, right? Melissa says, I was getting emails regarding the monthly payment, MWR. I have not called yet. If you're not sure, I'm just telling you the 129 is Monday. Again, it's a $99 savings. And so Devin Polk received instant pay raise of $358.09 per month. Like, I better market a business because you all are not giving super chats for the information I'm giving you that can make you a millionaire or multi-millionaires. I'm not giving you my time and energy and my value for free. Right? And then the spouse received the instant pay raise without getting a promotion or working overtime. So that's that. You can text that. I won't respond tonight, of course, because it's late. But hey, I'm signing out. Hope you all hit like and hit share. Enjoyed this live stream. There was a wealth of value given. And if you need extra cash flow to invest in crypto, hit that number up. That ends Monday at midnight Eastern Standard Time. That special discount. Stay healthy, stay wealthy, right? And get your credit, your cash flow, and your crypto up. Not financial advice, just millionaire moves that's being made at this time. You all be safe, be healthy, be wealthy. Peace and blessings. Queen out.